Hi guys, welcome back. Happy New Year.
Yeah. 2025.
Whoop whoop. Are we excited?
Sure.
Are we excited?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess that's not the energy that we're bringing into 2025. But we're just gonna ignore that and just be happy. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any New Year resolutions?
Yeah, my New Year's resolution, I already told you, love myself this year. I'm loving on myself this year. Anybody says rubbish to me, I'm gonna get it. Okay? That's my New Year's resolution. What about you?
This year, no.
No? Okay.
Not like in that aspect. Like, obviously, I want like things, good new things to happen to me and all that kind of stuff. But I think, unlike before, I'm taking the whole month of January to like map out how I want my whole year to go. Not just like major goals, smaller goals, how I want them to pan out. So I'm actually trying to like read more books on how I can like make myself more successful, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, I don't really subscribe to like the whole big New Year's resolution thing where like, oh, suddenly I start going to the gym because it's January 1st. That's not, that's called lumber. It doesn't happen. And then like personality changes. I don't think you need to wait for the first of the year. If you're being
Exactly.
a bee, just stop being a bee. How about that?
And most people end all their resolutions at the end of January. Which is why I'm taking the month to like map out and do what I want to do. I also want to read. Well, if I would say cliche resolution is to read more this year. So
yeah. So with that being said, we're back with Married at First Sight. This is gonna be a twofer. It's gonna be a heavy episode. Episode 9 and 10. Oh my lord! These people, because the only thing that can make me have any empathy for these people is if there is a penalty for leaving early, like a financial penalty.
Okay.
That's the only way I can have empathy for a lot of these people we're about to talk about, because to me, I'm like, I think a lot of them have endured enough insults that it's gonna affect your self-esteem if you stay. So I don't really get what you're staying for. I don't know if you feel like, oh, they keep staying. I don't personally believe that you need to complete it, because some people have shown you their true colors over and over. I'm not sure. Okay, we appreciate your strength and your grace. Okay, get out of this. Like, I don't.
It's very obvious that it's not going to work.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, some of them are so obvious, and then now it is veering into abuse territory. So like, why are you still there? Or your capacity to is no. Like, nobody has been awarded the strongest soldier. Like, there's no strongest soldier award. I don't really get it. So unless there's a financial penalty and everybody's trying to avoid it, that would be the only explanation for why these 5 couples are still together, because most of them should have split up by now. That being said, let's jump right in to Madison and Alan. So we left off at the football game, right, where everybody's like sore and everything. And so Madison comes back and she tells Alan that she's disappointed that he wasn't there. And then that's how we kind of learn about their night out, where he said that she didn't spend that much time with him, and at some times if he thought she had left, but she was actually in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, but we're in 2024 or whatever year, you people have phones. You could have texted like, oh, hey, where are you? Like, I'm so confused as to why that wasn't an option. But sure, let's. And then he was like, oh, because he said that he feels like he was retaliating, by like, because once that happened, he felt like she wasn't really spending time with him. He just had to get as plastered as he wanted, and he didn't. He wasn't able to go for the game the next morning. He said he doesn't think it is intentionally, but it's just like he got really drunk and stuff. And that's one thing about Alan, that he is a pushover. He doesn't know how to stand up for his feelings. If you don't like something that somebody, like, you don't know how to stand in it and say, like, I didn't even as a man, as an adult, like, you should be able to do this. And it's weird that he's like this. It's kind of weird, because not to be a dark person, but this behavior actually is more common in women than men. Men actually are able to just say whatever without really caring about what it was. He seems to be very, very careful about, and I think it's because of his last relationship that was abusive. So I think he's now overly cautious and doesn't want to hurt. But Madison's feelings are not the ones for it to be this bothered about. To be honest.
Mm. Yeah, she seems to be able to take it. So
Yeah, and she keeps asking you for it, and you're just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. And there's the meet Dr. Pia, asks how married life has been. Obviously fine, but romantic and physical, blah blah blah. Then she gives them this game to play. That's Twister, with the raunchy questions back and forth, and we get to hear Alan's sex moan, and I was like, yeah, I could have lived without hearing this, but yeah, it was. And obviously, it was very complimentary towards her, and because I mean, she's the stereotypical blonde boobs. Yeah,
Fit.
yeah, fit, and she is fit, and she is strong. So yeah, so that was pretty much all that they had for that episode. So we can go to the next couple. That's all they had. Then we had Camille and Thomas. So once again, eggs from the game, and Thomas, you guys forget that this man is an old man. He's 42, man. But they just this was in pain. This is where he talks about how she asked like how he's feeling about them, and he's like, oh, he has finally learned the difference between being black versus being a black woman from his conversation with Gabby, Camille's sister. And then Camille says that she wants to know that all these things, whenever a deal breaker for her, that she likes him for him, and he says he likes her too, and that I said that that's why he jokes too much and he's a bit timid. So Camille at the beginning, Camille had said that she wanted a man that was going to take charge.
Mm-hmm.
I still think this is going to be a problem because Thomas does not. My guy does not ever take charge.
He'll take charge, don't worry.
When?
When the cameras are not there.
So she stretches him out because he has pain and stuff. Then the next time we see them, he's set up like a little romance, like rose petals, candles, massage table. He wants to give her a massage, blah blah blah. So he's massaging her, giving her these awkward kisses. Massage her back.
I hate the sound of all these things. I really do. I don't like this. I hate them so much.
And Camille, obviously, she really liked the efforts and everything. She's like, oh, she feels so special. Nobody has ever done this for her before. And we're like, duh, you date dogs. Which dog is massaging you, Camille? A
romantic one.
Yeah, like, okay. She showed her the romance. I was like, girl, please. So, and then, Camille is still the one that said, okay, let's be about it. Let's, do the do. And Thomas was like, oh, yes. And then they did the do. And, I mean, since that day, Camille's smile has doubled in size because she's just like, cheese. And then, so Dr. Pia visits, and Thomas, goes on and on about Camille and how great she is. I mean, I'm sure that after the sex, he's like, oh, Camille is 10 over 10. And then Camille thinks it's very sweet. Obviously, Dr. Pia is so happy to hear that they've consummated the marriage. And Camille said it brought them closer together. Then we learned that Camille is a freak, that there's really no boundary when it comes to sex, that if you mention it, they might try it. Actually said whips, chains. I'm like, And then it's still to come from episode 10, we see Camille putting a ball in Thomas's mouth. And I'm like, okay, girl, she was about it. Okay, she means the business. She means the business. So at this point again, Pia asked like, what Dennis takes to the next level, and Camille said, Thomas to take the lead. Mm-hmm. He needs to let us take the lead. I understand that he's afraid because he was really emotional in this conversation, that he hasn't really experienced a lot of love in his life, that he's just afraid and he also feels like he doesn't deserve it, and on and on. And I get that. But like, Camille has been the rock in her family for so long. She wants to rest. Mm-hmm. And I need Thomas to let her rest. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's trying. Doing all the romantic gestures is going to help her rest in her feminine. I think Camille just has to rest.
Yes.
And then he'll take the lead. But you the thing about all of this is that you just have to let go of the reins. If things are going to break, they're going to break, and he's going to have to fix them. Do you get? She's just holding on to things and think he's just going to come collect it from her. No, I don't think that's how things work. And him too, I don't think that's how he works, because we will later on see that he's just slowly getting there, but he is going to, like, and also don't forget, you're strangers, you just met each other, so he's walking on eggshells trying to learn you. But I believe that he's definitely going to be like up to the task for sure, of all the men. I think he's
Yeah, yeah,
definitely up to the task. Yeah.
of course. And then the last thing we see of them is that Camille takes Thomas earring shopping because she's like, oh, you mentioned that his ears are pierced, and she's like, of course, that's why you gotta be up.
And he got. Did they get a
No, they
chain?
didn't get that change. It
Oh,
was
okay.
60 something $1,000.
Oh.
They tried it on, and Thomas was getting into his blackness. He was like, oof. And then John bracelets too. He was like, and then so they got these studs, massive studs, and they were so Camille was. I said, ha, is this how these things are doing this girl?
He just upgraded in her eyes.
In her eyes, I said,
She's like, all he needs now is a new haircut.
I swear.
And he's good to go.
She's like, always wearing his tight t-shirt. I'm like, Camille, come on. Anyways, whatever. It's cute at this point because I think she has finally passed the whole blackness thing. So Thomas is her doll, and she's like dressing him up to her specifications. And so that's the thing. Like this episode, this season, minus Juan, because Juan is not willing to change, and minus Iki, because I can't call him by his name anymore. Iki. Minus Juan and Iki, the other guys are willing to like change, be dressed up, do whatever it is that their girls want, and which is lovely to see, because they are behaving like finished men. I think they're actually finished men, even though the woman Madison and Michelle, they don't like it, but I think they're still finished men. And she's sad being finished for somebody that they don't really care one way or the other. But yeah, so and then at the end, obviously he tells her she makes him happy, which obviously she likes and she's happy about and everything. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. So these are only couple that there is some hope. Carla and Juan. Carla is a sloth. SLOTH, please, for people that have hearing problem. She's a sloth. Because tell me why Juan goes biking for 2 hours and comes back and she just woke up. It is 1 p.m. What, why? This is an adult. It's Saturday, sure, but this cannot be your first time waking up. But it looked like it was her first time waking up. Wow. Anyways, yeah. So they went to lunch. She explained her history a bit about how her parents are immigrants who came to the US at a young age, that the family were not really close. They didn't really express their emotions of like when they are upset and stuff like that, which I'm like, I think that's like a lot of families with cultural like even like Latin America and even Africa and Asia, and I think we all have the similar rather issues of like communicating deeper feelings and stuff. And she said that she struggled to express herself because there wasn't any physical or verbal affection till they got older, and then she went to therapy to learn to be affectionate, and that she doesn't want to revert to the way she was as a child, which is why she keeps on asking Juan for the physical affection and stuff, because she doesn't want to go back. And there's a theory that your love language is what you lacked as a child, so it makes sense that her love languages are physical touch and probably words of affirmation. Then he says he understands, but like he's not there yet, and then so she has to be patient. And then she said, and I'm like, girl, she said if she's important to him, he'll make the efforts, and the actions speak louder than words. And I'm like, Carla, you're not important to one. Like, how else do we tell you this?
You know what I'm remembering? Remember when she said she was already in love with the person?
Yeah.
She asked him if he's in love.
Love with her the whole time.
I've noticed that she's not been bringing up love of late.
Love. As Buwa, I think she's a bit on ground. But when one foot is on the ground, she's realizing
I think she's
that,
like let that love conversation go.
It's gonna go. Then they met with Mr. They met with Pia, Dr. Pia, and they're asking like, how's married life? And Carla is like, yeah, it's just going. And Juan said it's good. I'm like, Juan, which good? Where is the good? Anyways. Pia brings up the fact that Juan hasn't met Carla's parents. Carla's parents didn't come for the wedding, and she said that she doesn't want to introduce him until she's sure of what they are, like they're staying together and everything, which makes sense. And Juan said that he's fine with because Pia asked him if it's okay. I said he understands that family is big to her and that it's. And then Pia asked if what they're in feels like marriage. Juan, I don't think people focus on Juan enough because of all the trash in this season. Juan is getting away with his rubbish because he goes like, oh, that well, we're in it, and like I don't know what marriage is supposed to feel like. What does that even mean? And then Carla goes like, well, it doesn't feel romantic. That she tries to be physically affectionate with him, but he's just not there yet. And now says, oh, he doesn't feel the chemistry. That's why he's not comfortable doing the physical things. That the physical attraction isn't there for him. So Carla said that if it's not there, it's not there. There's nothing to force. So I think for one, I honestly do believe that because in the honeymoon he was touchy with Carla. I honestly do believe that when he saw her in real life and sorry, like in the real world, and she was not doing anything, and that turned him off because Juan is a very busy person. It's like he has a job and a business, whatever. He's very busy and he's into doing things and being active and stuff. And Carla she's.
Quick question: How old is Juan?
Let me check.
Because I'm wondering why did they just only fix Juan and Carla together because they are both Latino? Because I feel like Juan might have been a better fit for what's her name? No,
Madison.
Girl with
Michelle?
David, yeah. Because he's running around, he's doing businesses, and he's still like in the looks department. Like she likes a good-looking guy, and I feel like that could have worked out. He had his own place. He's like
I mean, that's a place, yeah.
Well, he had his own place.
Yeah, I said
which is what she wanted. So I feel like I'm trying to understand as to why.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. So just the way those people are because they thought that Carla's woo-ness and Juan's playfulness were the same thing.
It's not the same
It's
thing.
not, obviously it's not. But I feel like they confused them and they put it together. So Juan is 36, Carla is 33. So he's age appropriate for any of the women on the show. But yeah.
No, I see with
Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like them together.
I think he can most definitely merge into her life, and he wouldn't.
He's not insecure.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. I even think that they might even be on the same footing financially.
Yeah, they are.
Close. Or,
yeah, they have the best houses.
And they seem to have more money, and he's very frugal with his money. So I do believe that he's that kind of guy that has a lot of money saved.
He does.
And you look at him and don't think that he has money, because the only thing about him is that it's flashy is Jag, and Jag is still not that like super expensive in terms of like cars. No, you can go deep into the zeitgeist of like how of expensive cars. That's what I'm saying. Even in his trying to be flashy, he's like, okay, let me not do so much.
He said from the beginning that he was a frugal guy.
Yeah, so a Jag is not a cheap car, by the way. I'm not. I would love it. I'd love a Jag too. It's not a cheap car. No, I'm just saying that he could have gone for like a really ostentatious, like way. But he's still smart.
Chicago. Yeah. What can make them to your car?
Yeah.
It's in Chicago now.
So yeah, he gives me like, and we'll come to that, but he gives me vibes like they would merge nicely.
Yeah. So. Anyways, then Juan is making dinner for Carla and asked about her career, when she started and everything. And then I told her, I was like, this girl is serious now. She was not serious in school because she knew what she was going to do. See, I promise you that the more Carla talks, the more Juan is just turned off. Because she said she started doing hair when she was 12 for herself, and then started helping other people do their hair and everything, and then like she wasn't serious with school because she knew she was going to go into hair. Why do you have to be unserious? Because and whatever.
You need to know other things. You need to understand how money works.
And she does not understand how money works, because we'll find out later that she does not know her rates. She does not know her rates. So, and that she went to cosmetology school for a year, started her own business 2 years ago. And by business, it's salons, each person purchases a chair. That's her business. It's not like she owns a salon. She's not Gina. She's just a chair owner. Which, I mean, I'm not even shading her anyway, but because she's unserious, that's why. Because
I mean, people have a chair and they're doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, she's an unserious fellow. That's I mean, you're 33, get it together. When I'm sorry, not to age shame, but when are you going to get it? Because even those people that I want to use as an example, as Corleone Sanders and the rest, they have been trying since. It's not like they were just playing.
Yeah, and you have a talent.
Yes, like a natural talent since 12. Are you kidding me? You should be a star stylist by now. You should be booked out. You should be
at least I hope that you're gonna take your
fame from here.
Yeah, and make use of it.
Yeah.
That's what I would hope for you.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to reiterate that every single person on this show seems normal. Minus one person. I do not dislike any single person on the show except from one.
Nikki.
I do not. Yeah, because we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Just
get there.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one tells us that he lived in Colombia during like when cartel was still like massive, and that he
Mm-hmm.
must be at the age of 7. He made varsity young. He was a model from 18 to 26, which
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I mean, he was like Prince Charming, so I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're about to go to, okay.
Do it.
Do it. Now, trigger, that trigger I'm pulling. It's like, do it.
Do it.
So MM goes out with her friends to update them about how things have been.
Mm-hmm.
This is after their housewarming. So Chrissy mentions, Chrissy's MM's friend mentioned the aggressive incident and blah blah blah. And then Christina asked her that, okay, what has he done to get to know her? And then then apparently Chrissy said that he said they didn't have the time. So you don't have time to get to know your wife. You have time to go through this whole, and this process is very intensive. You had time to go through it twice. Now they've picked you. You married the person. Now you don't have the time to get to know the person. That's cool. I went to her friends that he goes to bed by 9. When she tries to talk to him, he tells her it's too late. Oh my god. Then Chrissy was at the housewarming. She said that she doesn't believe that the key is like showing up for MM, and then MM said that he's proceeding like as if he's trying to see if they'll end up together and know like they're already together, and that she doesn't know how to stop since he's always saying she's aggressive. And then Chrissy was like that. She doesn't see how she can proceed. See, she can't be herself. To me, I feel like Chrissy was telling MM without saying it point blank that I think it's time to end this.
Which I agree.
Then we have a diary calm, and she's like, last night they went to dinner, and she asked him what he did to prepare for marriage, and then he flipped out on her, and she was like, okay, like you are being very loud, it's time for us to leave. And she's confused, like, in the beginning everything was good, happy, hunky dory, and now yelling because she asked a question like,
He didn't equate. This is what she said. She was a nurse, and then thought about, nurses make a lot of money, but she must just be like a basic nurse, right?
Like an Aaron.
And then to find out that she has her own practice,
yeah,
and he found out the level to which she's doing well.
Yeah,
that was what changed everything.
I was saying that he found out because before they went, because he was already studying his insecurity journey, so she must have told him before they went.
Yeah, he was already picking up on subtle things.
Yeah,
like sometimes people don't have to throw their riches in your face. Yeah. There's a certain way you talk, a certain way ways that you walk, or like. It's just a certain way you move.
Even the way she dresses, actually. I'm sure that he sees the labels on her clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the way
she moves.
She got it like that.
And then the way she carries herself, too, is...
And she's very confident.
It's all there and everything. Sorry, guys. Don't look at my fingernails. I'm getting my nails done.
They can't see it. They can't see it.
I'm getting my nails done.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, obviously, by the time we saw her place, he just had one mission. I must destroy this girl. And I'm like, why? Anyway, so Emma meets up with Dr. Pia, that she's actually not sure what's going on. Then Mr. Iki walks in, and then he goes and makes sure that he leaves a seat between him and MM. And then he claims it's like, and then Dr. Pia is like, I want to sit next to her. He's like, I'm choosing to take a seat. I'm like, hi! All this fake deep bullshit that this man peddles. I can't. Anyways, he's just tired, and then Dr. Pierre asks like what he does to unwind after a rough day. He says rest, exercise, and talks to someone who picks him up. And she asks him, is that MM? He said he has not been lately. She asked why I said because she eventually asked questions.
You can't answer questions.
I can't answer. Like, then he mustn't be good at interviews. And maybe you want to sell book. That question they ask you throughout the whole talk. Dr. Pierre asked if answering questions won't help them get to know each other more, and he said no. And then she asked him like, okay, what can you do to fix this? Said that he's here to be fixed. And Pierre's like, this passive aggressive attitude, can we all agree this is not what we're here for? He now says, okay. Then she asked MM that, okay, what's her reaction? And she's like, she does not know that the question that she asked are like to help them get to know each other and stuff, that she's not really sure why that's a problem. And he said that those are not the questions that he's talking about. And the Pierre said, like, question, he said, I don't want to share because like I promised MM that I don't want to share anything that's vulnerable. And then Pierre goes, MM, is there anything that I don't want to hear? And MM goes, no. He now goes, it's about sex. That she asked him if he wants her. that he says doesn't want to have sex with her till he's sure of what they are doing, that he wants to fully know her, that she tried to initiate sex once and he turned her down, and that from that point on she was just acting funny, and that he doesn't want to be walking on eggshells around her. And sorry, I forgot to, but the phrase that he started this whole thing was that sometimes it feels like a piece of meat in the house. And I'm like, ew, not you. Sorry. No. You're not a piece of meat. You're not a piece of meat. And then goes that it bothers her when he says he doesn't know her, and then he calls her aggressive. And then, okay, he now said he feels like a piece of meat at home, and that she's always trying to start stuff, and he always stops her and says he doesn't know her like that. And then Pia asks him point blank, so are you saying is violating your consent? Because these are some serious allegations you're bringing up here. And he goes, that's what I said. So Pia now said, okay, elaborate. Now said that she gets mixed it now that on the bus to the honeymoon, because if you remember, her hand was on his leg, and then he moved it to his crotch. And then after they moved in, suddenly she was touching him, and he would be telling her to stop. And then she now asked him why and that if he wanted her. He now said that he didn't even know her. And then Iki said that he feels like she will move, like he felt like she was moving to him, like just like her husband. Like he felt like he didn't feel like it was personal, like it was Iki that she was liking. Well, he's icky, so that's
no. Like, what are you saying? Like,
he's saying that as in if anybody else, he feels like if anybody else was in that position, she will move to the person. So,
yes, because how anybody else is her husband? I don't.
Yeah, but he wants her to. He said that he understands the show, but that he wants them to know each other. I guess him because you don't want to just be in a position where it seems like.
Yeah, but he's not allowing that to happen.
Yes, no. Talk again. I mean, he can say some things that are right, but him is wrong. Oh, so, and I was like, I get it, and I understand why I understand the discomfort of feeling like, oh, someone is coming on to you. Because if I came on to you, if I came on to you once, it does not now open the door for you to be coming on to me every time. Let's actually be for real. So, yeah. Then Dr. Pia now asked to like elaborate, because she has accused her of violating his consent. And then explained about the whole putting hand on the leg and moving to the other regions and all those kinds of things, sharp. And there's that's when he's talking about how he feels like it can be about anybody. And then Piana asks if he gets you to clarify, and she wants to ensure that is, she wants to confirm that is indeed violating him. And he's like, oh no, it's not like that. I said, skills, man. But you just accused her, and Pia asked you point blank. You are saying she's violating your consent, right? And you said, that's what I said. Now, English is my first and only language. That's what I said is a confirmation. Yes.
Mm-hmm. He does that thing again.
Yeah, and I said that, oh no, it's just like the aggression of like hugging and kissing him. And we're like, hugging and kissing is aggressive now, really? Okay. Well, then children are very aggressive. How about that? Stupid.
But he just.
Obviously, we know what he's trying to say. We know what he's trying to do. Rather, she's just negging her. He's trying to bring her down. It's just that it's not working, and that's what is really paining him. And I say once again, I'm from the South, so I'm not if someone's trying to have sex with me when I don't know them. Say he wants to get back to where they like each other, that he just needs time. And Pierre's like, okay, so he wants to be sure that she likes you for you and not just for married at first sight. It's like, yes. And then she asked both of them if they are willing to wipe this way clean. They say yes. And as she said, and apologize if because it's true, like if you did make somebody feel type of way, you should apologize. So she did the right thing in like saying, oh sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel any kind of way, right? So once again, the caveat is that this is excluding when it has to be Ikechi because he's a little B. Okay, Iki. Sorry, Iki. I can't believe I called him by Iki. Yes, call him out of his name because he doesn't deserve that name. He should get out of here. Then, so after the whole thing, they left it. It wasn't amicable. It was because they didn't hug or shake hands or.
He's still what's the word? Passive aggressive.
Yeah, he was.
In fact, I don't even think he's just holding so much hate
for her. Like, what did she do?
And not just even her, like even
the experiment,
the people, the process, everyone around, like because he has the same energy for everyone.
Yeah,
the same energy.
Just like
for Dr. Pierre, like for her to say calm down,
I'm here to be fixed. Who says that? Is she a fixer? She's a sexologist and a psychiatrist. Anyways,
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So later next time we see him and we see him at her work. So she has like a, what do you call those kind of clinics that does like the
She does Botox.
Botox and those kind of different things. Whatever that kind of clinic is called, that's her work. Um, so Iki comes to her. I said that they have already talked since talk with Dr. Pia. Then he now lies, like, because he says he wasn't trying to embarrass her. I'm like, yeah, you were, because you accused her of violating your consent. And then when you wait, I think he now clocked that. Wait, no. Then he now had to backtrack. It's like, I'm not because it's like, wait, she can actually sue me for this lie. Let me just backtrack that. Wait, no, actually, I'm not. And then she said that she doesn't know what to do because she doesn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. He now said that it's too much with his sex. And she said that she was moving based on like her comfort, that because she like, he made her feel very comfortable, and that's like she was feeling comfortable doing. You remember in the honeymoon when she was like cuddling him from the back and he was all like, but that one he was joking. Well, hopefully, I think he was joking. Like I said, I think the insecurity came afterwards, but anyway, that she was making more
I don't even
comfortable.
care. I'm done with him as a person.
Oh, I'm so done, please, girl. But on the same page, like I'm just trying
I think
to.
should be done with him too.
That's why I said from the beginning that unless there's a financial penalty, if you leave early, there's no reason why should still be here. None at all. Then we have Michelle and David. They go eyebrow waxing, and they shall talk about the relationship, whatever. And
You didn't even show Michelle and David.
oh, sorry, Michelle and David. Sorry. Michelle and David, so cute on the wedding day, right? that was the peak. That was the peak. I still think they shouldn't have told us, and it's whatever. That's my own opinion. Because I'd have liked to let him enjoy the honeymoon and then let everything go to shit, fine. But at least enjoy your honeymoon, because he didn't get to enjoy his honeymoon. I mean, he did because Juan dated him, but like besides that, the actual romance that he wanted from a woman, he didn't get. And anyways, that's where they find out that, I mean, no, we just not find out. We already know that David is a very physical person. He's into activity. He's always gymming. Even when they're on honeymoon, he's always going on walks, exploring up and down, and Michelle is not like that. She's into concerts, dinner, sushi. She's a city girl, whatever. So, anyways, and the friend advises them that they should try to do things together that will build the closeness or whatever. The next thing we see them go bowling with David's friends, and she's like, "Oh, give me the tea." And one of them, she's like, "Oh, that he's great, he's thoughtful and respectful," and that. So one of the friends asked her that, like, how open-minded were you coming into this? And she said she thought she. I mean, well, sorry. She should have said she thought she was, but she said she was open-minded coming in. But once information became shared, she became less so. Obviously, with the information, living situation, and smoking, and it was done from there. And she also mentioned the cussing, that he cusses a lot, and I cuss in front of her mom. And that one, I'm going to side with Michelle. I know that I want to jump on Michelle train. I'm going to side with her. If you swear in front of my mother, like, you have a problem. I don't know why I swear in front of my mother. That was rubbish. Because for her, like, because she wanted to say that she's worried that he'll do it in front of her work people. And I'm like, that's valid. Because when he was looking at her like, like, if I slap you. But he said in his interviews, like, he's now getting the picture that he just feels like there's nothing that he can ever do to. He's now getting it that it's not in your power, and I don't know why it took him so long, but he's getting that it's just not in his power, and he just feels frustrated. He feels like a punching bag. Anyways, then the friend asked, one of David's friend asked her, like, what she can do to make things easier relationship wise, and she's like that she has a hard time opening up, that she wakes up every day determined to try, but like she just shuts down as soon as she I'm guessing as soon as she locks eyes on him, she's like, no, I can't. And that's so, like, in defense of Michelle, this is how I've never been forced to marry somebody like that, and the cameras are not be following me up and down. If I really don't like somebody, like, this is not just her not liking him, like, on a mental level. Her body does not like him. When he's around, she has negative energy all over. You will react that way. It's instinct. Like, it's not that I said that, like, in defense of her, if she was not very clear of what she wanted, that's on her. But if she was very clear of what she wanted, and the experts were like, "Oh, just because David's a nice guy, let's force him on Michelle," they are wrong. But yeah, anyways, I understand her, the way she's behaving, and that's why I think she should leave, because it's not a good look on her, and she's not getting better, and then this friend now asked her like, okay, what's important to her? She's like happiness, love, and they're like, well, David has those things. David is like, and one of the friends was like, I'm shocked that you're not head over heels for David. Like, he's a he's a stand up guy. He's not full of shit and everything, and anyways, it's just a whole, we obviously we know how the conversation is going to go. It's a roundabout because she will just smile and say, yeah, you're right, and then her mind is made up. So when Dr. Pia visits, she visits only Michelle first of all because this is intervention time, and Michelle has finally started explaining what exactly it is about David that rubs her the wrong way, and said that his lifestyle is so similar to where she comes from and she doesn't want to go back there, and she feels like accepting David will be like going back to that, and to her that's failure. So she said that her upbringing was humble and simple, as David likes to call it, and that she wanted to leave as soon as possible. So she moved to Chicago with no job, and she just met people and networked her way to where she is now. I think she's an executive assistant. So Pierre and I think of it the same way. Like, think of it as David, you bringing David into your world and you like teaching him the ropes and all these kind of things. And then she also said that she doesn't think that David can provide for his woman, even though he says that he can. And Pia's like, financially? And she's like, yeah, is there another way? She's like, Pia's like, yes, there are other ways to provide. Yeah, like your emotions, like, and like David has been here since, and he hasn't left, even with all her walls. Like, those are things like security, safety, and that's just like, yeah, your feelings are valid, and she's like, but your feelings are based in lies. And that's why you have all this anxiety, because like, yeah, it's lies, and that she should work on being present in her marriage, because what David has, like, money can't buy. And once again, I get the sentiment, but you're allowed to want what you want. She's treating him horribly because, like I said, to me, the way I see it, I've been like that way before to some people, and as I try not to be around people that I don't like, because my body, you will just not be nice to them. It's just, you can't help it. And you're forcing her into close quarters with this guy all the time. So I think she should leave. Even if she didn't tell the experts and then it just came up and she was like, nah, she should still leave, because it's not, well, obviously, whatever she wants to do. But, well, we know that things are about to go down, because there's still to come. David sent a spicy text to her that was not meant for her. Woo! I can't wait for that. Unfortunately, that episode has not come out yet, so we still have to wait, because it's just on the still to come. So we don't even know what episode is that one is going to drop at. So we're waiting. Then the Topia comes back for both of them, and they're like, yeah, things go well, even though their schedules over, they don't match, because David works like afternoon and she works morning. She now brought clips. I think they're like, make we explain ourselves so that I'm not going to say we don't know what they do. So she said, I brought receipts that this is what Michelle said she was looking for. So she played the video of the interview of what Michelle said she was looking for. And then she played one of what David said he was looking for. And then she goes, Michelle, isn't David what he describes? She's like, yeah, and that's, she's like, I'm already getting annoyed because I know where this is going. And Pierre's like, where is it going? I'm like, please, guys, we all know where this is going. Like, let's not pretend. So David gets excused, and poor guy just goes to, I guess, wander the halls. I don't know what he's doing there. And then Michelle asks that this is where she's gonna get called out. And Pierre's like, no, why do you think that? I'm like, really? You brought receipts. Why else would she think that?
But she needs the receipts.
Then she said that she doesn't have that connection with him.
Because she tried to like make it seem like the experts just picked
random person
without choosing what she said she wanted.
Yeah.
So they had
to say that place now. Then I said that place now.
Because even us on the outside are asking that question too, so they had to like prove it.
Yeah, but I still criticize, because they can't show all the interviews, because we still need to know whether she actually asked for like a guy in finance, or like a guy that's like well to do, like a Juan kind of guy, right? Because if she asked for a financially well-to-do guy that is like living on his own and stuff, then they should never have given her David. I don't care. Because me too, I wouldn't like that if I asked for something like, because when you're with the experts, you're asking as in blue sky, as whatever, because you're like, they can't. Did you know how many people? Like thousands of people applied for this thing. There was definitely somebody else that they could have put her with. But they had already decided to put her with David. That's the truth. They had already had David in mind for her, so so that's why I don't, because it doesn't seem like they matched her with the purest of intentions, and that's the only like little pass I'm giving her, because yeah, obviously she's not treating him nicely, but she's there, because some people are worse. She's there. Anyways, so when she had talked, she now said that she's still stuck on the lifestyle and finances, and so that's why she's just pushing him away and not letting him in at all. And then when David comes back, Pina asks her to share like what is important to her and everything, and she's like, yeah, she doesn't want to have to give up all she's worked for. And David's like, I'm not going to make you give up. I mean, are there men that will make sure you are living at their level? Yes, they exist. I get that fear 100%. But do we think David is that guy?
No.
No. And she's like, well, that's, simple life. She doesn't want to go back to a simple life. And she feels like that's what he has to offer. And he's like, no, that simple for him just means like stress free, that he's not trying to take anything away from her and everything. Pierre has to tell her that David is not trying to not let her have things she wants. Like, he's not trying to change her. It's just like, he's a late. So the thing is that she will have to brush him up. He is a very much a country bumpkin kind of simple guy that does not dress up, does not, he's into activity, which is fine, but he's a beer and chips kind of guy, and she's a champagne and caviar kind of girl, because she made herself that way, not because that's how she always was. So yeah, there's some work to be done there, but well, I don't think it's relevant, because Kerry David has moved on. Anyways, so that was the end of episode 9. I guess we can continue with Michelle and David for episode 10 since we're here. Okay, so now they're at the 1 month anniversary, so everybody's going on dates or whatever. So they went for a sushi date. So he got there first, and she got dressed. She was like, oh, she's getting dressed for her husband, because 1 month she wants to at least make an effort, blah blah, which we appreciated. They were not I didn't like the eyes, the whole makeup.
I didn't like the makeup.
And then she got there. He didn't stand up, which I was like, David. And then she was like, oh, is this what you're wearing? That I thought you'd wear like a blazer and like shoes, because I guess it was sneakers or something. And he was like, oh, that he just didn't have time to get home to change for the day. He was coming from work, so that's why he's just dressed the way he is. So and I'm like, well, what I saw, it was just a sweater. I didn't think it was bad. I don't know, I didn't think it was bad. I guess she did because when she dressed up, she wore a dress and heels, and she did makeup, and she did her hair the way she did at the wedding with the clipping showing and all those things. But anyways, then she asked him if he thought this was where they would be. He said no, and that he wishes he could make her happy. And then she goes, you can't make me happy. That's not in your power. Like, it's only me that can make myself happy. And I'm like, it's great. I love that she said that, because people keep on thinking that they can make people happy, and you can't. If somebody wants to be miserable, there's nothing that you can do. And I thought that after last episode, David has begun to realize that it's not like it's not him. It's him. It's everything about him that she doesn't like. Yes, but as in, there's nothing that he can do to make her happy. I thought he had realized it and accepted it, that there's nothing I can just make her happy, and that I'm not going to wish that I can make you happy. There's nothing I can do. Leave it like that. Then, but no. Then after she came, she said that she did also think that he'd be here since he didn't ask her the question back. They now went back and forth. It was like, that's what she said. That she asked the question and he didn't ask her back. And I said that, well, he asked that question, she gives one-word answers, and she proceeds to give one-word answers. Okay, fine, sure, got it. I'm like, Michelle. Then she now asked him if he's happy. He said that he's frustrated because he doesn't know what else to do. He's been cordial, he's been respectful. Like, they don't know what she wants at this point. She now said that she doesn't really feel great about their relationship because of the lack of connection. And I guess they just ate in relative silence. Then they came back to meet their wedding album. They gave them this little basket of their album, wedding video, and vows. So they watched the wedding video, and oh my god, guys, she was so happy. She used to be so happy, like smiley. She was walking down the aisle. She was just like, hi.
A different person.
Yeah, it's the different person than the Michelle of now. And he's tearing up as he's watching it. I'm like, is it that deep? Then they end up apologizing to each other, and he's like, yeah, he'll work on things too. Obviously she said, because she's like, yeah, she already knows that she has stuff that she needs to work on. That what is he going to work on? He said that he'll try not to talk over her, and that he'll start asking her questions. which I think is lovely. That's just a lovely answer.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to say?
No, keep going. I'm waiting for my time. You know where I'm headed. I'm
I
waiting
know,
for.
I know. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Is it time already?
Time.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Let's take a nice deep breath. This, I don't want to swear since we're trying to get monetized. This MF. Our lovely sister set up a nice little picnic for their anniversary. She did charcuterie and painting. So she set up the charcuterie board. She was doing the things, cheese, all this kind of things. She was already seated. Lovely pillow. Like, it was a lovely setting in the park or somewhere. Lovely. Then he comes up with his same outfit. This guy has one outfit or two. The jean shirts and the cargo pants.
And same shoes.
Yeah, same shoes. Just so that there's nobody in the beanie. Maybe the beanie is getting washed. I'm like, and today no backpack. He's calm, just like looking glum and everything. He's like, oh, you set this up. She's like, yeah, happy 1 month anniversary. And he's like, happy anniversary. Oh. Then he sits down watching her arrange the charcuterie board. Then when Steph was opening the champagne, she struggled a bit. So he, like, as a man. And oh my God, he smiled when he opened the champagne. I said, Jesus. This man is so small that he takes pleasure in like the littlest things, not in a good way. Yes, good that she cannot do, like, because it's not in a good way of, oh, I'm glad I'm able to help my wife. No, it's, oh, something that she cannot do that I get to do. Oh my God, that's when he started smiling. I'm like, dude. And then so she's like, oh, this is painting, whatever, right? And he's artistic, right? So he's the one that lays them with the art, and he's like so over the moon, even though he's trying to contain himself. You can just tell that, I'm leading, I'm the man. Oh, I'm
leading, and she's such a good follower.
She is.
She listened to instructions.
Yes.
And she painted what he painted. Like, we're painting at the same time, and I'm telling you what to do. It's not like when you go to wine and sip that they've already showed you what it's going to look like, and then they walk you through the steps. She doesn't have something to refer to. She's listening to him. Yeah. And like, that just tells you the kind of person that she is.
She's
patient.
She's a gem. Oh.
She listens. She's intelligent.
She's a gem.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you that MM is a gem.
Yeah.
MM not gem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so they're talking about, so I guess she thinks that because he's in a bit of a good mood now. He has popped champagne, he has taught her, so he's feeling a bit, masculinity is a bit intact. I mean, she now said that she finds where they are a bit jarring, and then once again in Iki's saying, one of his Iki sayings, the halftime score is not always indicative of the full-time score.
Just wants to like knock her down, even when she's trying to be hopeful.
It must just give those kind of stupid sayings, like as if you're trying to be deep, and it's like, okay, we get it. You're good with words. No, nobody's going to argue that from you.
I don't even know about
it's
that.
Empty. No, yes, it's good with words, but they're all empty. That's my thing. Like,
some of the words are
empty.
Very.
No, I mean, like, how to manipulate words. What I'm saying, like, I'm choosing sticky seats. I'm like brilliant because I mean, I get what you're trying to say. You're trying not to sound a way, but obviously you are that way. So I get it. Like I said, no. Good.
Why would you say that if you're not having a positive outlook on the relationship? Do you get?
Yeah, no. Obviously, he's full of shit. That's why I said that he's full of shit. That is empty. All these words are empty, but he's good with the words, but they're empty. No, they're empty. But he likes to know how to put words together. Congrats to him. Anyways, then. Now said that he likes dates like these, just like chill. I said before that he just likes
dates where you didn't do anything.
Do nothing. That's what he likes.
Dates where you didn't do any of the work.
Yeah, he likes nothing.
But you open one bottle.
He opened a bottle of champagne and his ego was restored, and then he led her in painting, and oh my God, this is what they call fragile. I'm sorry, don't ever come and drag me later. Fragile male ego. This is it. Hope people know. Then said I like celebrate little milestones, and she's like, oh, so do you like celebrate them now? And then he just goes silent, and she's like, hello, and then he goes, I had something in my teeth. And then he tells the production away, like during those interviews, whatever, that he just feels like any answer he gives her is not going to be enough because he feels like she's a particular answer, and he can't give her the answer she wants.
So sassy.
Once again, who is telling you that they have an expectation of the answer you want? Because it's the same that he said to her cousin and her friend during the housewarming. I'm like, who are you? Who do you think you are? That people are expecting one type of answer from you. Nobody has an expectation of anything from you except for respect. That's the only opportunity that people have. That when you're talking
This
to them, respect.
this whole what I've noticed, the whole different couples and everything, is no one is being disrespectful.
Yes, even Michelle.
Like nobody. And also I want to call out people online, do not compare Michelle to this guy.
No, Michelle is a saint.
It's actually disrespectful because this person is on another level. Like nobody is outrightly using words that are hurtful or trying to like change the narrative or the way someone else will view another person.
Yeah.
So you get like nobody's doing that except him. Like, and people are being hurt. Like, oh, because in the sense of I came here for a marriage, but it's not really what I wanted I got. But I'm gonna try and stick it out and see how things are gonna work out. If you know you can't do that, then leave. Respectfully, just leave respectfully and don't. Because came here for marriage.
She did.
She came here to be somebody's wife, and that's why she's willing to try with whoever they gave her. She's very open.
But I'm sorry, once you accuse me of violating your consent.
Yeah, I think she should give it up.
Jesus.
When it comes to him, I think it's done. Like, girl, please, enough.
And I'm sorry, like you can make a mistake, and this was never your mistake. You were put with a loser. God,
Yes.
like why would you let a loser? Anyways, you're burying the lead, but why would you let a loser leave you? Gosh, shit, that part pained me. Why would I let a loser leave?
No,
me?
he had to leave. He was going to leave because he realized that there was no other way for him to spin things. He's going to look, and he could tell the crowd was already changing.
Yeah,
David.
Anyway,
I'll let you just go.
Sorry, let's. Anyways, so they get home, then they, so she was looking at the vows, and she was looking at the wedding album. She's on the couch. She went to go and sit down on the island, and she goes, "Oh, do you want to look at it?" He said, "Yeah." So she now has to turn very uncomfortably and put her hand in a very uncomfortable position to be showing him the pictures and everything. Like, she wants to go sit, and obviously I understand why she didn't want to come and sit down with me, because she has been beaten down for the past 1 month. They are beating her down.
She say that now all of a sudden.
She's aggressive again. Yeah, she's trying to have sex with you because she wants to come and sit down beside her. Then he says to the camera, I guess after all about that, he can't be happy because they're not on the same page and everything. I'm like, whatever. Then she asked him how he felt about his vows and if he meant them about her. He goes, "I meant everything I said." She now said, "Daddy answered the question." He said, "Yes, I didn't answer the question." She said, "Okay." So then he started getting offended and said that, "Oh, you keep poking the bear. You keep hitting the bear with a stick. Something. And your vows do not say that you will be an asshole. So don't keep coming at me because you don't like my answers." It's sad that I should have raised that thing because I didn't actually raise it down. And after everything, everyone just goes, "Got it."
And he was pissed because she didn't
react, and then he now had to leave like a little bear. And she went to cry in the bathroom, and I was sad. And then
I'm sure she's probably never been called an asshole before in her life.
First of all, you have been called aggressive, then you have been accused of sexual harassment.
Things that probably nobody has
ever said about her. Now you've been called an a-hole on TV. This is not even national. This is not international now, because we're in Canada, we can see it. So other people in other countries are also watching it. Like, this is too sad.
I'm pretty sure she's never been called any of those things in her life.
Yeah, never called out of her name before. So I mean, to me, this even if it was a 3-strike show at this point, and if this is why I always support contestants who leave without telling production, because production doesn't protect. Because at this third offense, they should be the ones calling the experts to say you need to get out of this situation. But instead, they are not. They are like, "Oh, let's keep seeing what will happen." How much do you want somebody to be broken down? Even the David and Michelle thing, after she said that whole thing of, "Oh, if I saw him on the street, I would never talk to him again." And the efforts were there, and people just took it like, I'm like, no. These are things that people end up in therapy for. If I this whole thing that has gone through, she'll end up in therapy. I'm sure she went to therapy afterwards because it's a lot. Like,
I mean, and after this incident, we see that he was tweeting about it.
Yeah, like a
year ago, and you're like,
"You're a little baby."
Like, you're so textbook. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's really not. Anyways, so we'll talk about the dinner is last. So we'll just talk about all the other couples before then. So, Carla E1. Oh, it's the last on my list. I was confused because they were at this warehouse. I said, "It's not 1 month anniversary we're celebrating here." Mr. One, eventually, yeah. He said one shot because she wants to start her own business, so he wants to kind of like show her the ropes. And one tells her everything that she does, and then they ask her, What does one do?
No, she doesn't know.
She said he does a lot of things. That he supervises equipment. What is this girl saying? As Carla is that woman that she wants to have a rich husband. She doesn't know what he does. She doesn't know how
She
much
wants
any
to be
bill is.
frou and do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And not have consequences.
Yes,
for
and
those
she doesn't know anything that goes on with her
Yeah.
husband. She doesn't know how the money is made. She doesn't know how the bills
wants
are
to
paid.
be, you know how they're very rich men where they open stores for their wives that they sell the most stupid things.
Yeah, she can sell soundbags or something.
And nobody's buying anything.
But hey, can afford to keep you
she's
open.
having fun. Yeah. Sometimes the shop is not open. Sometimes it's open.
Yeah. I can't do whatever. Like that. She's not interested in living the real life that we all have to live.
Mm-hmm.
She's not interested in it at all. I mean, I'd have envied her if she got it, but they don't give her one that is into work. That's the problem. Maybe she now shared that she left her job at the salon, and one is like, what? She's like, oh, I realized I can't be managed. It was mutual. So you were let go. After multiple infractions, I'm sure.
So me, I can't be managed.
Yeah. Then one said, that was your plan. And she said, I have a very strong work ethic. No, you don't.
Girl, your hairdresser, you're asleep till 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Weekend,
on a Saturday.
Which is probably supposed to be like a good business day for a hairdresser.
Yes, because people work.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
Your hairdressing is supposed to be popping.
I'm sure she has hours where she's supposed to show up in the salon.
That she does.
And she doesn't. She just calls and like, I'm not coming in today.
Now that I say that homeless. See, this person that was actually worried about homelessness because this one now, and now they are married. I hope that Chicago doesn't have those laws that. Well, thankfully they're not living in Juan's place because I think to get Kuala out, you have to involve legal authority. Because she doesn't have where to go.
She goes to her family now.
As I said, that thank God they rent a place for them to stay because afterwards, if not.
My advice to all these couples that are having issues: do not consummate this marriage so that you can just annul
it with ease.
Easily, just annul the marriage.
Even though we saw it, we don't know what was getting her to sign when Iki was giving something to sign, and she was like, "I'm not gonna sign it," and I'm like, "If that's divorce papers and you are not signing it, you will shame me more than I've ever been shamed in my life." And
I hope that's next. Let's just get it done.
I hope that. I hope.
Yeah. Let's move.
I hope that all the scenes with him are next week because I don't want to see him again.
Quickly and very quickly watch them.
Yeah. Anyways, so they go for a picnic, and they have their wedding albums, and so they're reminiscing about the wedding, the honeymoon, when Carla was mad at him and didn't let him pack a bag, and he had to carry his stuff, nylon and stuff. He said that what those are expectations moving forward. She's like that we should have our morning coffee together, and then he joked that they can't because he ain't got no job no more, girl.
Barely wake up in the morning.
Yeah, well, 1 p.m. is not
barely.
It's not even barely. She doesn't. Okay, that's afternoon.
She barely wakes up.
And then I said, okay, what's your plan? And I know that it's eating one up alive. That and she goes, well, I still have my hair appointments. And I go, okay. And she's like, well, then I go to different cafes and then I read my tarot cards. She's like, oh, you get your tarot cards read? She said, no, I read my own tarot cards. I said, what is going on?
What about the soundbath thingy? Come on, girl. You could make so much money from all those things.
Girl, please. So does this one doesn't do it for tail or whatever. She now said that she's going to New York to do hair for a photo shoot. And Hannah's like, oh, that's still going on. She's like, oh yeah. He said, okay, so like how was it? Phone call, text, emails. Like, oh, phone call. It's like, okay, so like when are you going? Has the hotel been booked? Flight? Like, she's like, not yet. I don't know. Okay.
What are your rates?
What are your rates? I don't know.
Your dates? I don't know. Do you have this in writing?
No. Nothing. Juan just God, he didn't even know what to say. It was just like, yeah. And then he said that he doesn't think that Carla is serious to the cameras.
Nobody thinks she's serious.
And then he said, I hope this works out for you, Aspe. This is a you problem. I am not going to be involved in this. I hope that Chicago is. Anyways, I hope that Married at First Sight and also that they have all these rules that they cannot ask for alimony because I don't trust Carla to not ask for alimony.
Well, If they're annulling it, it's not a marriage. What is she getting? They didn't consummate whatever.
Yeah, okay. I hope because I don't trust her. Let's just say I don't trust her. This girl, she's trying to live a baby girl life, so I don't trust her. Okay, so we're at Camille and Thomas now.
Our only hope.
Our only hope. Oh, Camille and Thomas. So she set up. She's a very active one. So she set up a one-on-one basketball game. She came first. He's late. She calls him like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Yeah, sorry, something. Held him up." Blah blah. He came. She's like, "Okay." Once again, this women are nicer than me because Tola knows that I cannot even be so nice and say, "Okay, you're going to do suicide." I for don't be para by the time you.
Yeah, but this is why
This is the right way. No, that's not like this is the right way to.
But
do
you
this.
shouldn't para. Like that's the point.
God is helping me, but me I for para.
Because you don't know the full story.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and if someone gives you a good enough reason.
Yeah, but you didn't give a reason. Just said that it will be worth it.
Yeah,
After she gave
exactly.
him the
That's the
suicide.
whole point of trust. And
Yeah.
they're a married couple too, so you have to trust your partner.
After she gave him.
Yeah,
the
I think she
suicide,
handled it
just-
well. And then she's like, okay, and then they played.
Yeah.
And then after playing, she asked him why, and then
Yeah.
he explained that okay, that he will tell her in due time.
Yeah. I have no issue with being late. My issue is like if you're going to be late, you should be the one to call me. I should not be calling you to ask you where you are. That's pissing me
Yeah,
off.
but when he explained, it made sense. He was driving.
So you can't say call Camille.
Some people don't like to do that when they're driving. Not everybody likes to do
Then
multitask.
Pack. And
Remember, stop, relax, please. This
No,
is unnecessary.
it's not.
It's so unnecessary
No,
because
you left me. You're leaving me hanging. I don't know if you're actually going to make it or not. It's not unnecessary now. It's only me and you that are going for something, and then I'm
okay,
already
in that
there.
aspect, yes, you can tell
yes,
someone.
no.
But aside from, no, I actually thought that he had already told her he's coming.
No, he didn't. Now
Okay,
she
yeah.
call him.
Well,
and
yeah.
like, and then so if he's a phone, I mean, he picked, so clearly he can call her. To
Yeah, if
So
that's
it's
the
not-
case, then yeah.
no.
Sorry, I thought we were arguing about updating her that he's like.
No, just say,
about
oh,
her.
I'm going. You can just check. Once you check your GPS, you can even see how long it takes.
I agree.
I say, oh,
I agree on that part.
That's
But,
what I mean.
yeah,
No. I'm not saying that you call. No, please.
That's what
Nah,
he is saying.
oh
It
my
was like,
god.
I'm like, girl,
You
calm down,
guys
calm
think
down.
I'm so extra, jeez.
I mean,
not that extra. Anyways, so and oh my god, Thomas is old, man. That guy just the limp the whole time as they're playing basketball. Any small thing, you don't pull something. After I know she's 10 years younger than you, so she's still and she used to play basketball, so she's very active. Her joints are limp, but everything is And I was like, come on, she showed that man shaggy, let's just say. Then she now told when they sat down, she's like, oh, my dad was very involved in basketball career, that he used to make same day trips to see her game. Sometimes it was 3.5 hours, 4 hour drives one way. Guys, that's an involved father.
mm-hmm.
Then for the actual anniversary, they go drinks tasting and me. I don't know what it was. They were shared the alcohol and both of them made drinks for the other, cocktails, whatever. And then when they sit down, she's now telling me this is one of our healthier relationships. And I'm like, oh, gee, no kidding, Camille. We know the kind of guys you used to date. Of course, this is your healthy relationship.
Just grateful to God for you that it's your marriage that is still
Exactly. Thank God for that.
Thank God.
Yeah. Then she asked me like, what's his 5-year plan? It's like make more money and at least have a kid. And she's like, she wants to be self-employed in real estate. Good.
Nice.
She can. So this, I don't know what it's called. So she gives him a hand molding thing. That thing that is clay. Or I don't know what it is. And that you stick your hand, you hold hands together. Let me demonstrate. You hold on like this and you stick it inside.
I mean, touch against my real.
Okay, I'm balancing concept, guys. And then, which is, I mean, it's a cute whatever. And then he got her this gorgeous necklace that was a bit of her birthstone and everything. I explained that was where he was. That they had it out in a store in the suburb that day, so he had to go get it, and that's why he was late to the basketball game. She's not like.
So sweet.
Yeah, but then they didn't kiss. I don't know.
I feel like those ones are shy because of the camera, personally.
Yeah,
Because
I
when
hope
the
so.
cameras are not there, they're ready to
They are
go.
doing things. Yeah.
So, and I don't blame them. I'll be shy too.
Yeah.
I'm not kissing anybody on camera.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a record of that ever in anywhere.
Okay, finally we have Madison and Alan. I started by writing Luffy is just a terrorist. Okay, Luffy was all over the place eating. I think at one point he took Madison's underwear. Like, I'm like, what is going on
That dog is
here?
wild.
That dog, oh my god! Like, and they'll be talking. They'll have to immediately like, oh, I feel like we should. Luffy, no, like, like this, you have to watch the
There
dog
needs to be a cartoon on
247.
Luffy. Luffy needs his own cartoon show or something
Jeez.
that they talk about. They make for it. Luffy, as in Luffy the character.
Yeah, I think I hope
Wild.
Alan has gone to train that dog because
Yeah, he needs home training for sure.
Jesus,
For
that
sure.
dog is a
Oh my
menace.
god. You know what I just thought about?
What?
This is wild, but if you know they keep hinting about couple swapping and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, wait a minute. So what if it's him and MM and Luffy is going to become siblings to MM's dog. Right? He's like always being backed.
MM's dog will be like, please, I'm not used to dogs. Be like,
and MM is backing, carrying that one at
the side. Yeah.
And Luffy is trying to terrorize him.
Like, yeah, that dog will just be like,
I didn't ask for this life.
What is happening here?
His son is not going to be, I always wanted a brother.
No. He never does. He don't want no brother.
He wants no brother.
Don't want no brother.
That would be funny. That would be hella funny. But hey, we don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. Anyway, so they got their wedding album, so they looked through it, and lots of photos of them kissing, and obviously Alan is all like, oh, I want to recreate. Because I didn't notice, but Alan does make a lot of like sexual jokes, and like, and I think it's just because he wants.
But his sexual jokes are not like.
They're not terrible.
Yeah, and they're not so deep, and they're not offensive. Like sometimes
they're not offensive. Yeah,
go over your head.
But because Madison obviously it's like one of your friends making sexual jokes about you all the time. Or want to kiss or
but that's how
want to get oiled up.
It's different. It's different.
Not Madison, it's not different. That's our friend. Okay, that's our friend that she just in bed with.
It's different. My no, none of my.
Imagine your guy felt
why
want to get oiled up or play Twister.
That makes no. I'm like, where did that come from? Please.
It's icky to Madison and lie to you.
Yeah.
Then Madison did us. Madison is rude because she's like, oh, that I recall how I felt on that day, but like I didn't know you yet. So it's like, okay, you got to know him, and then you got the ick. Good job. And then he was like,
it's the Berkeley pants.
Yeah, it's the Berkeley pants that did it. And he's like, oh, what affected her? And she's like, I don't want to talk about this. I want to focus on the present and the future.
Which is a mature way to answer a question, Mr.
Icky.
Thank you. Take notes.
Exactly, Mr. with the words that doesn't have enough wisdom to know how to
take notes. Tactfully. If you don't have an answer in the moment, you don't need to get offended as someone asked you a question. Just say, you know what, today's our anniversary. Let's just keep it light. I don't really want to go deep. And then if Emma was probing, we'll call her out for that. But and Curly, she's fine with when you say you're done. She say got it, and she keeps quiet. So she's clearly not that person. That's why your lie about she's sexually aggressive towards you, I do not believe it. Because if honorary words, she's quiet, and you physically tell her or you tell her no, I believe when she doesn't stress you out. No, so you're lying. You're definitely lying.
Even if initially she I thought we were joking. Once she realized that
I can 100% say you're a bull-faced liar.
Yeah, definitely. So they go for a tennis date, and they bet that like if he wins, he gets a kiss. And then he wins, and this little cheeky bee says, "You didn't specify where." So
it's so annoying. That was so, cause girl, you know that you would have kissed somebody else if you were like.
Of course, David. Example.
I mean, except if you're me, you don't want to be kissed on camera,
No, but she's carrying in mind because on their wedding album is half of the pictures were her and Alan kissing.
Exactly. So, girl, no excuse.
No excuse. She was just definitely.
Let's get into the.
Then it's beginning to the nitty gritty. Yeah, but again, just one more thing before getting to the nitty gritty. So when they now went tree climbing for another, they're just going.
By the way, explain this nitty gritty because not everybody watched the challenge.
So the challenge.
But they think we're silly.
No, we actually,
we know it's nitty gritty.
But there's this guy named Nelson, and he, how like people make up words. Mm-hmm. So I tell him to say
comfy.
Yeah, I'm comfy. Yeah, that's not a real word, So, but I tell him to say the nitty gritty. He goes nitty gritty. So that's why we say nitty gritty. Yeah, we're not stupid. Okay,
it's now the new thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Get with the times. Cool. Mm-hmm. So they went tree climbing. It was like a very fun activity. I wouldn't do it. I don't like heights, and then so much instability. No.
I would do it, but it's just I don't think it's built for my height.
Struggle.
It's not for short people.
And you will probably fall out. So
yeah.
I don't want to fall out. That thing is scary.
Yeah.
At the end of the activity, Alan is pouring his heart out to her, like, oh, this will be nice activity. They do it after the kids are growing and everything. And she's like, oh, Alan.
The future, you see.
The future.
No, Alan, I found your wife.
Where?
On the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Then so Alan now says to the camera that he's going to realize that there's no ever yes. So Madison is the one that has hacked, looking like she's trying. She's always pleasant. She sleeps in the same bed. Mm-hmm. She's down for all the activities. But it's like there's no evolution to her trying. And I'm like, yep. There's no improvement. And Madison is like, I'm gonna go through this, grin and bear it. But nothing is happening. And she's going to be so pleasant that's why it took him so long to figure out that, oh, this girl, she's smart. She like, and so, but I think he's beginning to realize that, oh, there's nothing, like she's just she's what's the word? I don't know what's the word that is for. Because she's not pretending per se, but
she's just going through the motions.
Yeah,
and
yeah, she's going through the motions.
So when it's over, when the ride is over, she'll step
She's
up.
getting off. Yeah, she's
not going for a second ride.
Nope,
sure.
She's not continuing that right at the first bus stop.
She's off.
Getting off. So he's beginning to realize. So I think he's going to reach his breaking points because we see him. Did he throw his phone or break cabinets or I don't know.
He punched the cabinet.
Yeah, he got really pissed and so once again they just say still to come. That means that this is just the halfway. It's just the halfway mark.
No, I just know that Marvel has carried me into one chance, or as we say, what's it coming handicap? Because now I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I have to watch this.
Watch till the end. Don't worry, but after this, I already said that we're going to take a break, like a month-long break. We're not going to record it. Whatever is in at that time is on his own.
No, because Love is Blind is coming back in February.
Yeah, and this show is till April. Oh, I said, so calm down. What? Well, halfway.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, girl, I said we'll take a month-long break afterwards, but for now, we're still going because we'll do by that. We may do Young Famous and African too because that one is coming. That's coming out next week. We don't want to do. I mean, if you don't want to do it,
we'll do it. We'll do it.
No,
we'll do it.
Okay,
we're gonna be a star.
For that one, we can just do it one episode.
We're gonna be stars. We'll do it.
You're whipping. Anyways, time for the main event. The main event that we've been waiting for.
The heavyweight champion of the world.
So the 1 month anniversary dinner. Gay. So we start with Michelle. David couldn't make it because he has, his. And I'm sorry, respect to, because I know that some people have really high powered, important jobs that work on shifts. So this is part of why I don't really like being with somebody that has a shift job, because unless you have a fixed shift, I don't, anyways. So, but he got her flowers for the 1 month anniversary, which I thought was cute. According to she hasn't seen Iki in 2 days, and she had been texting and calling, and they showed proof that she had been texting.
And he's not very bad.
She's better than me, because which one is, she was still asking to talk about it, like, oh, I want to talk about what?
Anytime he gets those texts, he just be like,
it feels good. Then so apparently he stopped by briefly, said hi, left again. She was on a work call. When he did that, he came and picked some shoes and left, and they have spoken since. So while everybody else gets ready, they meet up in the, once again, party bus. I don't know, this season is this sponsored by, I don't know. They have another party bus minus Iki and David. And then initially she seemed like she don't talk about it, but then I don't know what opened the floodgates. I guess she was like, I've seen here, no. So she now started talking about how she hasn't heard from him in a couple of days. They asked her if he's coming. She said, I don't know if he's coming. She now tells the group that he called her an a-hole. They now asked her the point of no return, and this Momo said no. And no, everyone say Momo, I'm sorry, I'm lumping her up because now this is Momo behavior.
Yeah. She
now mentions the aggressive thing. She now like, did you all know that this is the second time applying to the show? So they're really like, and at this point,
you think that you really, really badly wanted to be married.
Yeah, but
so you come here prepared to actually go through the.
No. So when they get to the table, they're just in. Then Camille tells everybody that he had sex, and so once again, this plays into my. And I know that you said that it's nice that she don't have said this, but it plays into my thing of her being always being the one that's like the.
But I think it's fine. I don't think a man should tell a room full of people that he had sex with. No, it's just no. No, there's no optics in that. That does not look good. It's okay if she says it, but I don't think a man should just open his mouth and be like, oh, by the way, we slept together. No, it's just weird. To me, Sha, I think, no, it's fine that she said it.
I think that
she didn't need to say it.
Michelle was like,
yeah, it doesn't
wink,
need to be
wink.
said, but it's okay that she said it. That's fine.
But my wink is terrible.
Not him, no. God, he was the guy who never.
No, I mean,
in fact,
if
I'm sitting beside my man and I wasn't planning to say it, and then he says it. The ground, swallow me up, please, immediately.
Nah, but this show, that's what they're all about.
I get it, but no.
So
it's fine that she said it.
I mean, no, well, I mean that's fine for you to say. I'm saying it's another one in a long line of him not taking the lead. Is my point, right? I'm fine with her saying it. If that was the only thing that she was doing that, and then every other thing he was taking the lead, I'll be like fine, but. Sorry guys, that was it. Ugh. Anyways, I'm fine. Then, okay, so then obviously they're going around asking how are things, and obviously Michelle is lucky to escape it because David is not there. So, with Carla and Juan, and they're like, yeah, they're working on the romantic, and as Carla is talking, the devil walks in. And the devil actually walks in because the mood was very nice and light and convivial. The mood just darkens. And they're like, oh, welcome. And then Alan has BDE. Okay. In this moment, other than that, no. But in this dinner, Alan, it's like he saved up it's like all the pent up is he used.
You know what I've noticed is for the guys minus one, there's a line. One has that line too, but he's trying to
that line is.
He's trying to do peace.
Is it UN?
Yeah, thank you. He's a Peace Corps member.
A peacekeeper. Is it UN? Is it
That's what he's trying to do. But for the no, we're not going to come here and disrespect the ladies, and we're not going to come here and disrespect other people.
Yeah.
If we ask you a question, do not
attitude.
I don't get it. Do I know you before now? Like, why are you giving me attitude? Did I personally do anything to you? I don't get where the attitude is coming from. You're giving attitude at home, no problem. You come here.
What?
So is okay. Get it. People are not allowed to question you.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Should have said that from the beginning.
Okay, then he definitely would not be on here.
Give us updates from the beginning. No one is allowed to question you.
They won't choose it.
Exactly.
Is the green snake in the green grass now?
Let us know from the beginning. You're not allowed to question me. Beth.
You should get out of here. And that's why I can never ever be like, oh, wedding data production. For any show, I can do whatever the hell you want to do. Production is not there for you, so do whatever the hell you want to do. Those people don't care. If they cared, they would have given MM a heads up. They would have because they knew. Oh, anyways, whatever. Let's not even go there. Anyway, so they're like, oh, and then they're like, and I think Alan was like, what's having up to? It's like, we're just chilling. And like, okay, so is that enough reason to miss half the dinner? And he goes, yes. And then he sat down. And the dark cloud is still there. And then David comes. And everyone's like, oh my God, it's David. And I saw that in face, icky like this. He said, because he was like, oh yeah, hi. He's like, he just snuck away from work. That he's like, on the break.
David was not having whatever Emma was putting down. It's like,
David. Icky.
Sorry, Icky. Sorry. I'm so sorry. He was not having anything. See, he's erased my memory. His name is.
But not.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, it's because she's associated with him. Sorry, girl. Very soon you'll be free from that man. David was not having any of whatever he was doing. This is some rubbish.
Then I love Camille. Camille was like, "What's good?" She's like, "I'm good." It's like, "What's really good?" She's like, I'm good. I just want to talk about my marriage with y'all. Then Michelle goes, then why did you come?
Thank you.
I was like,
Michelle was on point. That's why I do not appreciate her being compared to this loser.
Yeah.
Michelle was on point, asking the right questions and putting him in his place.
Most of besides Juan, everyone else was everyone else was good.
Even Carla was like, what it was.
I didn't know. Carla was like, what the hell did you make me bury? What?
I know.
But I'm like, why? To me, if I was Carla, I'd be like, Juan, shut up. Like, shut up. I hate all these. I want to see both sides things. Me.
You tell someone clearly something. This person did this to me, and like, could it have been? Maybe you saw it. Yeah, because maybe you felt it. Maybe we should take a step back.
Then Juan, I'm sorry, not Juan, sorry. Not Juan. Iki goes, that she makes him feel like shit. That you don't have peace. You don't have peace in your own home. That people are trying to understand. And I'm just saying that I don't have peace. Juan now goes, this one I like, because Juan like, to some extent, we all lack peace. We're trying to make life work with a stranger. Like, we all got married to a stranger. So
exactly.
It's like,
so what is your own drama about? What is the sassiness for?
Yeah. Then Alan was trying to interject more. They was like, you know what, let's there's no need, and this, the way you're talking about her is very disrespectful. We don't need to do that here. You guys can talk about this, in your own time, but when we're going to squash it, and, Then Juan, I said, that you should keep trying, and the MM snaps. She's like, I kept trying till he called me an asshole and left me in Comcado for 2 days.
Oh, by the way, he lies and said he was communicating.
Yeah. And she was like, stop lying. And then kind of like, okay, girl.
Yeah, because we didn't want her to
Yeah,
get
she didn't want her.
yeah.
And she no. Oh, she said she's talking about. Oh, no, I know. I haven't spoken to you for 2 days, and you come up here in your Joker ass suit. I mean, what she said, come on, Emma. And as she walking away, she goes, "You bring me a clown, I'll give you a circus." I said, "Woo, Emma for the win."
He was having this chuckle to himself. Like,
Yeah, he looks.
And then he goes,
smug.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know how I know this guy is not a good person? Here
Girl,
it is.
you mean evidence?
No.
2022?
This was the best evidence of
Okay,
all
okay.
the evidence.
Okay.
Okay, the girls go have
Yeah.
their chit chat in the toilet. He come back. This guy waits till she comes back and sits down, and then says, "Okay, good.
It's
Now
okay.
I'm gonna stand up
Yeah.
and leave
Yeah.
because I can't
Little
see.
bit.
I can't see. You didn't know she was coming back to the seat."
I knew. Girl, we knew it was all dramatic. This is what
And
I call
then
it sassy.
you now,
It
this is
sassy,
the
man.
best exit now.
It is.
You could have left.
No, he was to be sassy. That was not be a sassy exit. If he left before she came back, it would be sassy.
Like, give us all a break, please. Like, give us all a break. So yeah, that was it for me. I mean, all the other things was it for me.
Yeah.
But this was like,
No, this was clearly he planned it, and he was smug that she finally cried because like, oh, you guys can
So
see.
happy
And then
about
first
it.
of all, it's only one that was seeing because everybody else was not seeing what the hell you
no,
thought they
Derry
were
was
seeing.
not happy.
David and Alan, if they could beat you, they would have beaten you. Like, they just was like, I was gonna keep it, you know. Then Iki goes outside and talks to one of the producers, like, you think I want to sit next to that?
Talk
You're not
at.
calling her.
Please talk at.
No, she was walking beside him. I don't know why.
No. The whole conversation was him talking at her.
Why was she walking beside him? She didn't need to follow him.
Someone was even saying that, like, girl, why?
Yeah.
I don't even
So he's
know
talking to her. I'm
what
sorry.
job. I don't know what they tell them that they're allowed to do or not allowed to do. Also, find it very funny that it's a black woman that is talking to him in this moment. They are probably many
They are men.
producers.
Yeah.
Why is she the one?
Sorry,
talking?
she's the
and then
one. Sorry.
she didn't even get to say anything.
Whatever.
She was just
Why did
standing
you
there,
even fall?
like,
I saw her walking down the.
I
Why
feel
were
like,
you walking down the
I
hall
feel like
with
they
him?
told her to go.
I
You
had
go.
to bring the note.
I mean, she's being paid, so
Okay.
she's doing her work. That one's a different situation. Aside from like being a being,
after
you have
we've
choices
seen-
here.
No, but after
Those ones, they are on the clock. So
after we've seen how we treated the black woman, I'm sorry if I wouldn't go.
yes, that's what people were saying, that you should have just said no. I think somebody else should handle
Yeah,
this.
I wouldn't go. I'm sorry.
And then you're
I'm
not being
including
taught
her. I'm
at.
not. I'm including her because she was listening to it. So she was there listening to the rubbish. How can you say that's what you want to look at that? Yeah, but
Everybody was talking about that. Why were you listening to this rubbish?
Yeah, it's rubbish. I'm sorry. Like, you were following him, and then so whatever bullshit.
I have tweets.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna let you finish and then find my tweets.
Then, oh my God, Juan again. Shit.
Oh yeah, sorry. On that one that you said though.
Which one of them?
So it says send the producer to jail because as a woman, how do you sit by and watch a man berate a woman like that and then chase after him without clocking him?
Thank you.
And I'm wondering, that is it because you're being paid?
I know. I'm so sorry. If you have a price, then you are a problem and you are bad too. Sorry, because okay, you have no morals, you have no lines, right? You're a bad person. So sorry. Conclusion. If you have any other, because unless you tell me that they just hired you that day and you don't know the kind of person he was.
Yeah, anyway.
Unless that.
Like they just treat you to the rules.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
rubbish.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Then Juan inside is still trying to say, oh, you guys should be pointing fingers at each other. You should be trying to, work together and just, blah, blah, blah. And then Iki's outside telling everybody that since she tried to sleep with me, the house has become unbearable.
She's like, turn her down.
And then MM is obviously trying to explain to Juan, which I'm like, I wish you knew that this was a futile gesture. And then
When they got on the bus, right?
No, this was
before the
still
bus.
at the dinner after Iki left, and then she now starts breaking down. So she walks away to the bathroom, and Camille follows her. And I'm glad that it's only Camille that follows her, because in as much as Camille can be annoying, Camille gets the black woman's trouble a lot. She gets it. So when she got, I'm glad that only her followed, because Carla, even though Carla didn't want her to snap in front of everybody, Carla did not. To me, I don't think Carla fully got it, and I think Carla was almost like Juan, not as in the middle as Juan, but she was still not as Ikechi is wrong as know, because
I think Carla just didn't want her to look like the bad guy.
Yes, that's
good
it.
thing.
Yeah,
like,
but that's my point. That's the extent of her thing. She didn't necessarily think that MM is right, Ikechi is wrong. She's just like, okay, just don't blow up here. That was Carla's thing. But like for Madison, even Michelle, and especially Camille, because Camille is a black rights activist, black women's rights activist. So I'm glad that Camille followed us about Russia. So at MM now, MM say was
Madison and Michelle were not happy about the whole
no, they weren't happy
situation,
about
so-
it, but I get that they were like, let's let the
David's
black
like,
people.
yeah, nah.
Yeah, David was not
Like,
pleased.
this
Alan
is
was
rubbish.
disgusted.
Yeah, I think David was equally disgusted.
Yeah,
He's like,
I'm not sure where Thomas was because he doesn't really understand the black struggle so much. So I'm not sure where he stood.
this is where if you say something like Thomas being more assertive, I would agree on
he
this
should
one.
have
because
was,
the other two, even one showed where he lied, even if
he was on the wrong side.
Yeah, he showed, but I didn't even see Thomas' input in this whole conversation at all.
Yeah, he was just he was
So
yeah. So that was what. But then so MM says I'm glad that she already figured it out because we've already all of us that are watching it have figured out that he's insecure and that he's insecure because she's educated and he's a business owner and he just tries to break her down because he wants a what's it, like a servant, like somebody that thinks, oh my god, the sun rises and sets in his eyes, and obviously she's
that looks up to him.
Yeah, and she does. It's not
and
she's even taller than himself, so she doesn't look up to him in any way, shape or form, physically, metaphorically, no way, shape or form. And so like Camille is like, my sister. She's like, yeah, my sister. Then next thing we see, he keep packing out, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. But once again, I'm so sorry. When you let a loser leave you, I have a problem with it.
But he leaves, and then he says,
I can't be around anyone that feels like I'm smaller than them, that belittles and insults me. I finally said the quiet part out loud because
so
she hasn't done anything.
Small. She never did anything, but you feel small.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Then the gang is back on the bus, and I like Michelle because Michelle knows the moments to talk and when she just keep quiet. Because after she was gonna ask him, then why are you here? And then she kept quiet. She's like, oh, this is not my fight. Then in the bus when they're going back, she's like, no matter what happened, that did not have ended the way it did. That he came with a chip on his shoulder. I'm like, oh, Michelle. That's why I said that. Yeah, I hate that people are trying to compare her with, because please, she's not even the same at all.
She's not, like, yes, aside from her saying that she wasn't going to talk to him, which is, I guess she just needs to learn how to bite her tongue in that aspect.
Yeah.
But she's not been verbally aggressive towards him.
Not at
like
all.
No one, it's like miles apart between the next egregious thing that anyone has done and what this man is doing. Unnecessary
continents apart.
Because I'm like, what conspired between nothing? You just saw her apartment and switched. Nothing conspired. Like, you were already switching.
Conspired in his head, mind. What
you were already switching. No, she didn't. I mean,
no, nothing. She didn't do anything. No, nothing external.
Once she saw the apartment,
he was gone.
That was it.
He was like, "Oh no, this one's too big for
me.
I need to break her down." And that's my issue. I hate when like insecure men. I'd rather you just say, you know what, I can't deal with this woman, and I'll pull out and then go.
No, because you can't leave her whole. You have to break her. That's the commission that they have between in their group. the great commission
must be NRM kind of thing.
Yes, they have a commission. You never leave a woman whole. Yeah.
No, because definitely the three things he has, to me, they are very egregious, and I'm not sure why production lets it get to the point of him calling her an asshole.
Yeah.
And
like, it's so unnecessary.
And I know that people say, oh well, it's just assholes. No.
That's what he's saying on camera. We don't even
calling her out of her name, calling her aggressive. One, you've said
it's a very loaded term to call a black woman aggressive.
Okay, let's even say that one.
Very loaded.
Accusing somebody of sexual harassment. That's heavy.
Also wild.
Yeah, that's heavy. Let's even say that they're aggressive, but you want to argue it away. Okay, sexual harassment is heavy. That was heavy.
Wild.
So like, anyways, guys, obviously we've talked about the things that we saw still to come.
Yeah, tell us what. Well, they said, did they not show more?
They showed a lot more, but we can't.
Like, we saw.
We've already talked about
this
some of them in between.
Guy is still back, so I'm like, why is it still
AK is still there. So I'm hoping that all of that is the next episode.
Yeah, let's get this wrapped up in a nice bow. Okay.
I hope that,
because I just want to watch Michelle. Sorry,
I want to watch David and Madison fall in love.
No. Yeah, if that happens, that's lovely. I want to see Camille and
Thomas
grow in their relationship.
And
I want to see, because I think I see Thomas, like, he's picking up cues So I feel like he would eventually lead.
Speaking of cues, it's not that leading.
He would. I hope for his sake that he.
Like that last season. Now Nicole was there leading her husband. I'm like,
I mean, they're still together.
Yeah, but she had no issue. But because, and the reason why I highlighted is because Camille specifically said
she wants
someone.
But I feel like in their family, they don't have family yet. In their relationship so far,
she's leading.
But she still gets to rest in her femininity in the relationship. You get like with
all
all the lovely things he's doing for her. And pampering her stuff. So yes, keep doing that. If you in fact do more than that, like do a lot more and also lead, because you're gonna have to do more. So
obviously Thomas is romantic. Every episode Thomas did do
yes, keep it up. Keep up the good work. And
if we compare the gifts that they give, where they say women will be giving men boxers, because if you compare the gifts now,
diamond earrings to the necklace.
No, the anniversary gifts.
Oh, the anniversary.
That diamond, it was her that chose. That one does not count. It's her that chose. The anniversary gift that she gave him.
It's okay. You already got a diamond earring prior. She wasn't gonna.
That doesn't count. Sorry.
She wasn't gonna do more than what she did already. It's okay. It's okay.
No, that doesn't count.
In the scope of giving gifts, they're very even right now.
No, that doesn't count. Sorry. Yeah. That doesn't count. Even. No, it doesn't count, because that one, nobody else has to do that one. She's the one
I get it, but that's the whole point.
She's the one that but she gave it to him because of it's something that she wants. Not
yeah.
So that is not really. That's not a gift for him. It's a gift for her. Yes, because she wants it to look more thug-like. She wants it to look more.
Yeah, it's okay, but the gift that she gave him, he liked it because he's like,
no, it's cute. Oh no, it's cute. Yeah, no, it's cute. I like.
Look, I knew the moment she bought him that earring that this guy was gonna buy an expensive gift back.
Yeah.
I knew it. I could see it on his face that okay, we're doing this. Oh, this is a safe space. Oh, I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah,
I can see it on his face.
Yeah, he really wants to love, and I like that. I'm happy for him that he gets to experience love, because.
So ladies, please, not every day, as you said, boxers and singlets.
Not every day boxers and singlets, because even though her gift was cheaper, it was still a very nice gift.
It's thoughtful. Yeah, you can give thoughtful gifts.
Yeah,
listen to someone, what they say they like. Like David listens and he did the sushi date. So it's just the thought. It doesn't have to be expensive.
Just have to think about
thought behind things. But anyways,
let us know your thoughts on all these chaotic couples.
That has been
two episodes.
And happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
All right, see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.